Hi, I'm Linda Black, the yoga coach, and today I've got a short sequence for you. It's December, the month of joy. I want you to celebrate with me from the heart today and put on some wild orange or citrus bliss, because I love those joyful type oils. Okay, so if you're using an essential oil, citrus bliss, peppermint, something to wake you up, ignite, or create some joyfulness in your life. This is short and sweet. We'll do 15 to 20 minutes, okay? Starting in a cross-legged position. Please use a blanket if you would prefer. Hands on the knees, and just take 10 deep ujjayi breaths in and out through the nose. Slow your breath down. I want you to concentrate and just feel the flow. Inhale, expanding the chest, lungs, heart. Exhale, squeezing back down to center. Let your center today be your heart. In fact, let's just bring the hands over the heart and take 2 more deep ujjayi breaths. Bring your hands to your heart. I want you to plug in to the breastbone with the thumb and keep the energy of breathing from the heart would be the energy. We'll do what I call a joyful breath. It's ujjayi, but with movement. We'll take the palms up and open the heart on the inhale. Exhale. Gather or receive abundance back into the heart. Inhale, lift up to the heavens. And a thankful gratitude gesture. Arms coming out around to the base of the spine. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, reverse that trajectory of the hands. Overhead, palms together, and back to your heart. We'll repeat that 3 more times. Inhale, open the arms out wide to give. Exhale, to receive or gather back into the heart. Inhale, thankful gesture upward to your higher power. That could be God or the universe. Inhale, lift the chest. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, bring the hands back around, palms together, and to your heart. 2 more. Inhale, lean forward, open the heart. Exhale. Ooh, appreciate all that warmth. Inhale, lift up. Arms coming around. Exhale, take the chest to the sky. Full breath in, arms come around, and exhale, palms together. Last time. Inhale, open to what is. Exhale, gather in and receive those gifts that you've given. It's karma coming back. Inhale, lift up to the heavens, recognizing where everything comes from. The universe gives in abundance. And palms together. Awesome. Take the arms overhead and to your right side. We'll take 2 breaths here to lengthen and stretch up through the side body. Inhale back to center, both arms up. Exhale over to the left. Inhale, get full extension from the pelvic floor all the way up through the spine. Inhale back to center, arms overhead. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, float the ribcage up away from the hips. Exhale, twist. Inhale, release, and take the arms up again. Exhale over to your left side. Another spinal twist. So the left arm comes around to the back side, right hand on the thigh. One full complete breath and release back to center. Take the soles of the feet and bring them together. Create a little space between the heel and the groin, hands on the ankle. Lift up. Inhale, exhale, invert the spine. Keep the shoulders and hips in the same plane as you pull the chest through, and then round the back and pull the belly in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, contract. One more time. Inhale, extend. Exhale, contract. And pull the knees together, lift up through the spine, roll onto your back, and draw the right knee into the chest. We're going to rotate through the ankle here. 3 nice big turns in one direction, and then turn the opposite direction. Again, 3 nice big turns. Take that leg up to the sky. If you're tight in the hamstring, bend your bottom knee, flex, and point. Right leg. And as you flex, see if you can get that leg all the way straight. Ooh, that's a straight leg. And point. Inhale, hug the knee back into the chest and take it out to the side. Extend and bend. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale. We're moving a little bit quick here. And exhale. Knee back to the center and interlace the fingers. Let's go opposite thumb forward onto the knees, and then you're going to extend the left leg and lift the head, neck, and shoulders as you straighten the arms. You can stay here or come up just a little bit more, kind of high center on the sacrum. Drive the navel towards the spine, using some of the abdominals to hold yourself here. And then slowly roll yourself back. Extend the arm and the leg. And exhale, bring your left knee into the chest. Rotate through the ankle. Let's take it 3 turns in one direction and then reverse it. Oh, that feels so good. Extend the leg to the sky. Flex and point. You can always bend that bottom knee. So if you've got really tight hamstrings, I want a straight leg. So if you feel like you're way out here, bend that bottom leg. Flex and point. Straight leg. Bend the knee into the chest and take it out to the side. And we'll straighten. Inhale, exhale, bend. Inhale, straight. Exhale, bend. Ooh. It doesn't have to go all the way straight. We're just extending the leg. And watch and be careful in here if the ligaments and the tendons, okay, if you're stretching them too much or your muscles too tight, keep it in a slight bend. Just come to here. That's fine. Rotate it back to center, interlace the fingers over the knee, and then your knee is going to pull you forward. I want you to draw the shoulders back, lift the chest, and balance. Ooh, it's a little bit tricky. You can go a little bit lower and just pause right here. Good, and then release to the floor. Stretch the arms overhead. Exhale, bend the knees and bring the hands to the floor. Okay, you're going to pause here. And we're going to lift the shins. Okay, so your knees hovering over the hip, shins are parallel to the floor. You take the arms straight out in goalposts and drop the knees over to your right. Inhale. Exhale, pull them back to center. Try to keep the shoulders and the upper body stable, anchored. Exhale over to your left. This is all about having an anchor today. Inhale back to center. An anchor right through the heart. Exhale over to your right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. I'm hovering the knees above the floor. Inhale back to center, and if you want to make this more difficult, you're going to extend one leg. Exhale over to the right. I'm hitting the wall. Inhale back to center. Switch whichever leg is straight. Over to the left. Inhale back to center. Make sure you're using that oblique to pull back to center. Switch. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Over to the opposite side. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. And back to center. Last time to the left. Inhale, center. Awesome. Now take both legs up to the sky. Interlace the fingers behind the base of the skull. We're going to bring the head, neck, and shoulders off the floor. And then lift the sacrum a tiny bit above the floor. So don't bring your knees forward. I want you to keep your feet above the hips. And just lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Exhale, contract the navel to the spine. Inhale, release the torso back down. Exhale, lift, hug. Elbows coming up. Anchor the low back to the mat and lift your sacrum off the floor. You can do that with the abs. Inhale, release. Exhale, press the feet to the sky. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Elbows coming off the floor. Head, neck, and shoulders off the floor. Inhale, release. Two more. Exhale, contract. Pull up. Inhale, release. Last one. Exhale. And inhale, release. Knees hugging into the chest. Take the feet flat on the floor. Touching the ankle, let's press the shoulders down. And slide the shoulder blades underneath. We're going into bridge. Press down through the feet so you're anchoring the feet, inner ball and heel. Anchoring the shoulder, anchoring the elbow. Anchoring the back of the head. And lift into bridge. That should stretch the whole side body, lengthen the rib cage, and if you want to take the hips and just pull them forward as you take the chest to the chin. Another nice stretch. And exhale, gently come back down. One more for abs. You're going to bring the knees wide. And either extend the legs. I'm hitting the wall. So I'm going to bend my knees into frog. And I'm just going to open up the knees a little bit higher or more, wider. Take the hands behind the head and shoulder or head. And then lift up. Inhale. Flex the feet. Exhale. Lift the sacrum. And inhale. Lift the elbows to the sky. Exhale. Extend the legs out. Inhale. Lift head, neck, and shoulders off the floor. I'm going to turn slightly. Exhale. Press the feet away. So the feet are going to really extend outward. Inhale, lift head, neck, and shoulders. This is definitely an abdominal. Pull the sacrum off the floor so your knees are rotating towards the floor. Lift and extend outward through the legs. Good. And release back down. Bend the knees back to frog. And pull the knees in. Anchor the feet to the floor once again. Elbows back, and we'll take another bridge. This is going to be in two parts. So coming into bridge, pause, and you can stay here. Now I'm able to touch my heel. Please keep your head stable. Don't look around. But if you can touch your heel, I want you to bring your feet in a little bit closer. And then just hold on to the left heel, bring your right knee to the chest. Extend the left leg or right leg to the sky. Push. And we're going to cross that ankle over the thigh. Keep the hips level. That right hip's going to want to drop, so keep it level and just open the knee. Oh. Good. Lower the vertebra one at a time. And let's hug that knee into the chest now. Left knee comes forward. Oh, for an awesome hip stretch. That feels great. It's like I've been waiting for it all day. Lovely. And release the leg. Bring both feet flat on the floor again. Back into bridge. The tendency here is to pinch the glute to get the hips high. I want you to relax the glutes. Let your thigh bones move towards the floor. And then hug the inner thighs and pull the heels back so the shins go forward. That's a lot to think about. Chest up towards the chin. Now walk the feet together. And bring the left knee to the chest. Up to the sky. Straight leg if you can, bent if you can't, that's fine too. But straight if you can. And then we're going to cross the ankle over the thigh. And lower one vertebra at a time. All the way back down to the floor. Hug the knee into the chest. So I'm taking the left hand through. I'm going to wrap it behind the right thigh and just give my hip a nice squeeze and love. I like to do this on the wall too, so if this is a stretch for you and you find you're really reaching and that's hard, bring that foot against the wall and let your hands come to the floor. That's another way to do it. Okay. Awesome. Nice. And then release both feet to the floor, flat. Good, we're going to rock and roll. So hands behind the knees and just rock and roll. Give your spine a little release. 4 or 5 times. Last time, cross the ankles, plant the hands, and step or jump back into downward facing dog. Glide into plank. In plank, I want the hips as high as the shoulders, not here. So pull the hips up. Downward facing dog. Glide into plank, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time. This time bring the knees to the floor and we'll do a chaturanga. So the elbows are going to pull back as the chest comes down. Hover, hover, and then release. Low cobra. And exhale, bring the forehead to the floor. Release. Bring your feet together and press the pinky toe to the floor. Okay. We're going to come into low cobra, so the hands are going to be chest height. Elbows in, shoulders back, and lift the head, neck, and shoulders. So right here, this is just a low cobra. Notice that my kneecap is off the floor. I'm not resting, okay? I'm pressing down with the legs. They're straight and strong. I'm anchoring in the feet to lift the heart forward more. Good, and then release. Another good place to anchor is the pubis. So you want the back to be long, not here, but take the pubis to the floor. Tuck that tailbone a little bit. Yeah, come in again, low cobra. This time, arms are going to be out in jet airplane, and lift the feet. Hold. Inhale. Exhale, extend. Inhale, lift. Try not to kick your neck. Keep your chin drawn in. Exhale, hold. Inhale, one last breath. Good. Exhale, release to the floor. Turn your head to one side. And we're going to bend the right knee. And press the knee into the floor. Heel towards the hip. Okay, this is a quad stretch. And then I'm going to do something here. Because my hip's lifting, I'm actually going to tuck the tailbone. So the back stays long. Oh, that feels great. Quadricep stretch. I'm going to bring my elbow underneath, and if you want to take this a little higher, you can. Okay, or you can keep it on the floor. This is a back bend. Or keeping it on the floor here, with the forehead down. So go for the stretch in the hamstring, the quadricep, sorry, rather than the back bend, okay? Especially if you're new to yoga. Just keep it on the floor. All right, release that side. Let's go to the second side. Switch arms. You're going to bend the left knee. Draw the hip to the heel. You can see I'm raising that hip up a little bit. Then I'm going to tuck the tailbone, keep my knee down. That's stretching the quad. Rest your forehead on the forearm. Or if you'd like to come up a little bit, open that shoulder more. And release to the floor. Come onto your hands and knees. And slide your knees right underneath you. So this is the last pose that we'll do before going into Shavasana, or we take it to the floor. This is a heart opener. So I'd like you to have a stance here with the knees about hip distance apart. And then you're going to squeeze the knees towards each other, or hug here. Pull the thighs back, all right? Then pull the tummy in until you get a neutral pelvis. From the side, it looks like this. Hugging knees in. I'm going to turn the toes under. Thighs back. Belly in. So I maintain a long slope in the low back. Then I'm going to place my hands here. Draw the shoulders back and lift the chest. So this is an extension, moving into camel, or you can stay here. Shoulders open, big breath. Keep a hug in the inner thighs. When you're ready to come up, you're just going to squeeze the front side, contract the belly, and lift yourself back up to center. Tops of the feet down. Sit back on your heels. That's a pretty intense stretch for the low back. Actually, it's an intense stretch for the chest. You can kink the low back, and if you feel any pressure right now in your low back, I want you to stop. Don't do the second one, okay? Second time. Toes turn under. You're going to hug and squeeze the inner thighs. Make sure you stay out of your low back by pulling that belly in. The minute you relax the belly, you're going to be in your low back. So belly pulls in, hands to the base, lift the chest, and then you're going to reach down without moving the chest to the side. Okay, so chest stays lifted, reaching down to the heels, and then just take the hips forward. Chest up, belly in. Oh, that feels good. When you're ready to come back up, one hand at a time. Contract the abs. Good. And it should feel no consequence in the low back. So if you're really anchoring down in the inner thighs and the shins, you won't feel that in your low back. Okay? And it's not for everybody. You can skip that if you'd like. So come back onto the floor. Roll down slowly. Bring the knees into the chest. Good, and then we're going to release to the right. Final spinal twist. Bring the right hand on top of the left thigh and turn to look to your left hand. If you want to stretch that left arm up, that feels great. And come back to center, both knees up. And drop the knees to the left. And come back to center. Take a Shavasana, so the legs and arms to the side. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Relax and release into the floor. So this is a deep surrendering. I want you to stay there on the floor for about 5 minutes. And surrender all of your energy into the mat. Surrender doesn't mean give up. Surrender simply means I accept what is. And in surrendering to what is, we can acknowledge our part in it, and we can acknowledge other people's part in what is, okay? And then move forward from there. We don't have to be complacent, but we can be content. Joyfully open the heart. If you want to place the hands on the heart, just take a couple of deep breaths. Turn into your heart center, that place of joy. And soften everything else around it. So let go of trying to be someone or do something that's not you. Open up to what your heart is saying.